And we have team coverage today. The South Carolina High School League announced updates to its fall sports schedule. The executive committee announced all fall sports will tentatively begin practice August 17th. Sports director Aaron Cheslock joining us live this afternoon. And while there is that schedule in place, Aaron, there's still nothing set in stone.
Yeah, Tori, the high school league says that they can push that start date back depending on how the state is being impacted by the coronavirus at that point. The latest they'd be comfortable pushing the start of practice back would be September 21st, which is just over a month after it's slated to start. Now, they're asking all teams for all fall sports to adjust their schedule so region games happen at the front end of the schedule. And the reason for that is if there's an interruption in the season, they could still have a postseason down the line. Of course, region winners are automatic qualifiers for teams that have postseason playoff systems. Now, specifically with football, they've shortened the season to just 7 games, so that's all region matchups. Only 16 teams will make the playoffs, and they believe it'll take 4 weeks for football teams to physically get ready for competition. So as of now, practice starts on August 17th. The first week of games would be 4 weeks later on September 11th. Now, here's a breakdown of what the schedule looks like from the high school league. Again, the 17th of August, that's the first day of practice. The 11th of September, the first games to be played. The regular season would end on October 23rd after 7 games. The playoffs begin a week later on October 30th, and state championships now set for November 20th. Now again, week to week can be pushed back if needed, so they'll look at this again on August 10th. The high school league went with this plan as opposed to one that was submitted by a district to flip sports seasons, since it allows them to be more flexible if there is potential delays or cancellations due to either the virus or severe weather. However, the start of practice, if it gets delayed past September 21st, they still have the option to push football season further back into the year or even to the spring. As South Carolina High School League Commissioner Jerome Singleton puts it, it's still very much a moving target.
It could be on top of another sports season. So you got a kid that's a multi-sport athlete, they may have to make a decision between sports. But we take advantage of the opportunity as it presents itself. As I said earlier, we can decide when it starts invading another sports season. Do we adjust those other sports seasons so we can keep it separated? That's an option. That's truly an option. But we don't need to explore that option until we have to explore that option.
Singleton adds that as long as a student's enrolled in school, they can play sports, so it doesn't matter if they're actually in school in person or participating in e-learning. They're not considering fans at games at this time, as the governor still has an order in place banning large gatherings at sporting events. Jerome Singleton also says that, to the best of his knowledge, about 19 schools have reported positive COVID tests since Phase 1 of the return to play plan has been in place. Again, that is just weightlifting and conditioning, so we'll have to see how this progresses as we move forward. If they go to full practice on the 17th as planned, the entire phase plan goes out the window. It'll be full practice with possibly some safety modifications. We'll have much more on this coming up at 10 and 11. Till then, reporting live, Aaron Cheslock, Fox Carolina Sports.